to my channel and welcome to a brand new video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amelia and I upload book content. Basically I'm a booktuber, and if you do enjoy that kind of content then please comment down below, please subscribe, please like this video, please follow my social medias that are linked in the description and should hopefully pop up here somewhere, who knows. And without further ado, we're just going to get on with this video because it's going to be a long one and I'm kind of irritated today. And it's because I just got back from holiday and my period is due and I'm slightly run down, so everything's feeling like irritating. But it's okay, I feel fine, I just need to like get through it. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, for this video, I'm very excited for it though. I've seen this going around YouTube on BookTube a lot recently. Sorry, like I said, run down. I've seen this going around YouTube a lot recently, and it is going through your current TBR, all the books on your TBR. I have a lot. I've actually got my TBR carts next to me and a box with my books here next to me. One of the shelves on my TBR cart has got books I've read, so we can like ignore that. But we've got quite a few books here. I'm just pointing out that if I look weird when I'm trying to speak, that is why, because I feel like I can't open my mouth. But it's okay, we're going to stop talking. I'm also using this to figure out how many books I've got on my TBR cart and books I might want to maybe unhaul and sell, because I feel like there are some books in here I'm probably not going to read and I'm telling myself I will read them and keep them there, but they're really just taking up space, and no. But we're just going to get on with it. We've got so many books. I will try and pop a count at each time I talk about a book so it works out. It probably won't happen, but I will add it up at the end. I will count it all. Fingers crossed. We're going to start with this box, because I've got this box is nowhere near my TBR cart. I forget about it all the time. So the first book in this box is The Dating Game by Sandy Barker. I bought this from the works in a 3 for £5 deal like a long time ago. I'm not really sure what it is about. It's I think it's about a dating show and something like that. Interesting. Then we have two Beth O'Leary books. We have Flatshare. I've had this since lockdown. So since 2020 I want to say I've had this book and I've not picked it up once. Everyone talks about this book. Like everyone, there's a TV show about it. A lot of people have spoken good things about this book. And yeah, I've still yet to read it. So we love that for me. My throat hurts. I then also picked up, I think it was like last year, The Road Trip by Beth O'Leary. I've heard again good things about this book, and I'm intrigued to see what it is like. However, yet to get to it. We then have Pretending. Again, I picked that up from the 3 for £5 deal in Works by Pretending by Holly Bourne. I like the cover because it looks like a magazine kind of cover. I'm just not sure about the book, and again, this might be one I will unhaul. I don't know. I might try and sell this one potentially. I'll probably only sell it for like £1.50 on Vinted, but yeah. Then we have When the Curtain Falls by Carrie Hope Fletcher. I read her book With This Kiss last year and absolutely loved it. I think it was a really good book, personally. And I really love Carrie Hope Fletcher as a person. Like, she's one of my favourite musical theatre actresses. So yeah, I really wanted to read this book. Then we have Take a Chance on Me. I'm not going to lie, I picked this up because of the song. The title is a name of a song, an ABBA song. And if anyone knows me, Mamma Mia is my favourite musical and ABBA is one of my favourite like, classic group. So yeah. Not really, I'm not sure what it's about. I'm guessing it's about it says would you get married at first sight, so I'm going to guess it's something to do with marriage. Then we have Dating Dr. Dill. I've heard good things about this, but I picked it up just because I'd heard about it briefly on BookTok, not actually like seen much about it, so I'm not sure. Again, I feel like this is something I'm going to maybe give a go at some point. I just need to get to it. And then we have, oh my god, this is so heavy. The Bridgerton set, the first 4 books in the Bridgerton series. So we've got Bridgerton, The Duke and I. We've then got, and I actually started this, and I'm like on, what chapter did I get to? So I do really want to get back into reading this. I started reading the 24-hour reading vlog, and that's probably why I stopped after that, because I got bored. Also these tabs, Amelia, oh my god. I'm on chapter 6, I got to chapter 6 of The Duke and I, and then I've got the Viscount and I, which is the second series, and then we've got An Offer from a Gentleman, and then we've got Romancing Mr. Bridgerton. So that's these ones. I'm not sure if I'm even going to get to them. I love the series, and it's something I can easily watch on Queen Charlotte. It's one of my favourite series out of them, all three of them. And like, I really want to read that book, but at the same point I'm like very aware that the books and series are different, and I think if I started reading the books before I watched the series it might be different, but I just don't know. And then we have, I keep saying we, like there's two of us, it's me, just me. And then I have Until I Met You by Amber Rose Gill. I bought this because it's Amber Rose Gill. Amber Rose Gill was the winner of Love Island season 5, and I loved her. And that was the reason I bought the book. I was just like, it's her, I'm going to buy it. It does seem cute, and I keep saying I'm going to read it. I was going to take it with me on holiday to read on the plane, but I decided not to. Regretting that. No, I'm not regretting it. But yeah. I should probably just put them back in the box, because now I'm going to have to, like, tidy this. I was going to hit all the books off and put them around my bed, but I was like, no, that's more effort. I don't have it. We're going to go with this cut because there's not much on this one, and actually 2 of them I'm currently reading. So we've got 1,000 Boy Kisses. I started reading this on holiday on the plane, and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's a cute story. It made me cry on the plane to Barcelona. Like, we were on the plane and I was sitting there like, I'm going to cry, and then I cried, and I was like, great. And I was only on chapter 1, and I was like, great. I'm already crying, and I'm not even that far into the book. Where's my phone? Sorry, I just had a... Yeah. And then we have Daisy Hates, which is the second book in the... Well, it's the first Daisy Hates book. It's the second book in the Magnolia Park series, if you count it that way. And I am aiming to try and get through it this week, so there's that. And then we have Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which actually I'm also kind of reading. I'm reading it on my Kindle app on my phone, and I'm on chapter 7. I recognise it too. So I literally read, if I was thinking I've read that much. So page 64. I've been reading it on my Kindle. Not my Kindle, I have not got a Kindle. On my Kindle app on my phone. But yeah, I'm trying to get through this book because I am really trying to read a Harry Potter book this year. So I thought if I have it on my phone when I'm travelling, I don't take a book with me, or like on the plane when I was getting bored of reading a physical book, I could just put it on and read it. And it's just been really nice just to have something different. And I think it's making me really think about getting a Kindle, because books like this thick, if I really don't want to physically read it or physically read all of it, I can go to my phone. But obviously Kindle's a bit bigger, so I'm thinking about it. I'm really debating it. That really hurt. Okay, this is going to go back in, so. Then we've got Say I Swear by Megan Brandy. At the beginning of this year, it was quite popular on BookTube. Like, every BookTuber I loved was talking about it and loved it. And like, my favourite BookTuber, Destiny Sidwell, I'm pretty sure, because I gave this a 5-star read. So, I'm intrigued. And then we have Shatter Me by, I can't say her name, Tahara Mefnafi. Everyone has read this book. Everyone has recently read this series, and I have not yet got to it, but at the same point, I am not worried. I want to get to it, and I will get to it, but it's just because I'm very slow. This is a dystopian novel, and I actually was gifted this by Jess, and I'm currently reading one of my friends on Bookstagram, and I can't wait to actually get to it. I just think it's because it's a dystopian novel. I'm a bit scared, a bit wary. I've just got into my fantasy era, so I think I want to try and at least finish 1 or 2 series, or 1 or 2 fantasy series before I read that, because otherwise I'm going to want the whole of the series. Although it'll be good to read it before Christmas and my birthday, because I will then probably ask for the rest of the series for my birthday from people. So, next one is Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. This is the second book to the When in Rome book by Sarah Adams, and I absolutely loved that book. I found it really cute, really easy to read, and I cannot wait to read this one as well. We then have Booked on a Feeling, which I found out the other day is actually like a 3rd book in the series, but hello, the fly. I don't know if it has. I need you to tell me if you've read this book and you think it needs to be read with a series, because it's like a third book. I'm like, is it a standalone or is it like follows a series? What would you say? Because I'm not a person who likes to start a book from the first or something like the third book in the series, which is why I'm currently listening to. I'll explain it later more. But I'm listening to Roommate by The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. Because I want to read Happily Ever After playlist, but I can't until I've read that one, so I'm listening to it on Audible. So let me know if I need to read the earlier books before this one. Yeah. Then we've got I've got Taylor Jenkins Reid After I Do. This really should be with the other Taylor Jenkins Reid books because that's obviously down there, but it's fine. This is, I think it's one of her old books and most popular books, but I love Taylor Jenkins Reid's writing. I've read not as many as I'd hoped. I've read Daisy Jones and the Six, One True Loves, and Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I don't think I've read any more, but I do love her writing. So hopefully I'll get to this soon because I do really enjoy her writing. We then have Beautiful World, Where Are You? By Sally Rooney. My friend actually gave me this book. She said she loved it. I loved Normal People, one of my favourite books I've ever read, but I did not like Conversations with Friends. I absolutely hated that book, and I gave it a 1 star. So I'm really intrigued of how this one's going to go. Because I'm not sure. I've heard mixed reviews, but I'm excited. I have instructions on my books. And then we have the last 4 books in the Off-Campus series. I've read The Deal, absolutely loved it. So we've got The Mistake, The Goal, The Score, and The Legacy. These 3 follow separate characters, and this is like a I wouldn't say novella, but it's like a roundup of all of the couples from each of the books, and I'm really excited. I absolutely loved Hannah and Garrett. That I'm really I'm really excited to read a bit more of these stories and more of the couples and more of the relationships. But even better, I've got 2 other books from another series that I'm really excited to continue, and that is the Chestnut Spring series. I really can't wait to get Reckless, and I can't wait to get Hopeless when it comes out, because I'm not buying Reckless just yet, even though I really want to, because I'm on a book buying ban at the moment, and as much as I want to get Reckless, I'm going to wait, but I will be getting it, and if I don't get it before Christmas, it'll be on my list of asking people for Christmas. But yeah, so we've got Heartless by Elsie Silver, which is the second book, and from what I've heard, it's like a single dad trope, which will be interesting, because I don't think I've ever read a single dad trope yet. So, but I'm really excited. And then you've got Powerless, which I'm so excited for. I absolutely love Flawless. The first one was so good. Such a good story. Just everything was amazing. We are now moving on to this other one, which you can't really see, but I can see it, and there's so much on here. It's also slightly lopsided, but we're ignoring that. And there's so much on here. Oh my god. We're going to start with this side. So the first book I've got is Nine Lives by Danielle Steele. I got this from like a blind book. Buying a blind book from TikTok. And I'm not going to lie to you, this wouldn't be something I would pick up myself. At the moment I'm keeping it on my TBR cart because I do want to try and read stuff I wouldn't genuinely go for, or wouldn't genuinely pick up, or isn't as popular on BookTok, but I'm just not sure how I feel. We then have Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. Everyone, again, at the beginning of this year was talking about it like non-stop, and it's a hockey romance. I think I'll enjoy it. I loved, like I said, The Deal, which is a hockey romance, so I'm hoping I'll really enjoy this. We then have The Key to My Heart by Leah Louis. I am excited, however nervous to read this book, because it is, from the reading the back, I'm feeling like it's going to be a very emotional read, because it is about a woman who lost her husband, and I don't know how I'm going to be able to deal. Because I was going to take that with me on holiday, and I was like, no, it's going to make me sad. Then we've got The Weatherman by, actually I've got 2 books, let's take both of them off. The Weatherman by Rachel Lynn Sonneman. I saw this in work, so I was like, I want to get it. I have no clue what it's really about, no clue if I'm going to enjoy it, but here we are. And then we've got The X Talk by Rachel Lynn Sonneman. Again, I've heard so many people talk about this, and I picked it up, but I ordered it because I was like, I like the look of it, like the sound of it. I'm not really sure how I'm going to feel, and I keep going back and forth about reading it. I will read to it at some point. we've got some Colin Hoover books that I haven't read that I have. Another one is somewhere down on this, but I can't get to it yet. Losing Hope by Colin Hoover. This is basically the same as Hopeless. Is it Hopeless? I think it's called Hopeless. Yeah, Hopeless. I had to work that one out. Hopeless by Colin Hoover, and this is literally just in Holder's point of view. And I would say Hopeless was not my favourite book I've ever read. If I'm honest with you, I didn't really like Hopeless. And that sounds really like... I know a lot of people's favourite book is Hopeless, but I just don't like it. I think it's just the story in it, the reason behind everything, I just couldn't. I can't. I still think about it, I'm like, no, why did I read that? But it's not the worst book in the world, it's just not my favourite. And then we've got Confess by Colin Hoover. I keep saying I'm going to read it and I never do. I really want to read it. I've heard many good things about it. I just haven't got round to it. Yeah, I just need to get to it. And then we've got Soulmate Equation. I'm going to try and quickly go through these instead of talking too much about them because I feel like we're here forever. Got Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. It's the only other Christina Lauren book I've got on my bookshelf, and the ones I've read of hers I've absolutely loved. So I don't have any doubts about loving this one. I just need to get to it. Ooh. And then on this side we have 7 X's by Lucy Vine. This is actually a recent find. I found it in Sainsbury's and it looked really cool and really cute and I loved it. And so I love the look of it, I love the cover, so I was like, I'm going to pick it up, it seems fun. Then I have Songs in Ursa Major. This, when I was looking at it, people were saying if you like Daisy Jones you'll like this. So I'm intrigued to see if this is as good as I think it is. Because I absolutely love Daisy Jones. If no one on this channel knew, you know now. Ow. Daisy Jones is one of my favourite books I've ever read. Trying to stay hydrated. Yeah. I then have another popular book that literally everyone talks about, and it is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I obviously haven't read it. I haven't actually read any of her books yet. I have not got Caraval or any of that series. And I know people say you could read that book first and then read that series first, then this one, because it's kind of in the same universe. But this one just is more appealing to me than that one. Oh my god, you guys. And then I have More Than Words by Mia Sheridan. I read Archer's Voice by her and Most of All You. I absolutely loved Archer's Voice, my favourite book I've ever read. I wouldn't say I loved Most of All You. I didn't hate it, I just didn't love it. I think it just wasn't for me. But I think I just went in with expectations that it was going to be so good, so good like Archer's Voice was. And I think that's why I had my expectations way too high. So I'm excited to read this one to see if this is any good. But I just love Mia Sheridan's writing. Like, even though I didn't love Most of All You, her writing was still good in that, and that's why I'm excited for this one. Oh, we now have to get this out. This is some thick, chunky books. And then we have the last 3 books in the ACOTAR series. I have A Court of Wings and Ruin, A Court of Frost and Starlight, the novella, and then A Court of Silver Flames. I read the first 2 books this year and I fell in love with it. And for me, who's not a fantasy girl, yes. So I can't wait to read the rest of the series. I'm going to start A Court of Wings and Ruin, that's the one, ACOWAR, very soon. I then have 2 books in the Never After series. I've got Wretched and Twisted by Emily McIntyre. These series follow like the villains of fairy tale stories, and I absolutely love this series, to be honest. The first 2 books are my all-time favourite. I've not heard good things about the third one, which I'm kind of scared about, but I'm intrigued to see what it's like, so I'm going to read it soon. I just don't know when. We then have another Taylor Jenkins Reid book, and it is Carrie Soto Is Back. I am in major need to read it, but I want to read Malibu Rising first and then this, because I've heard of the characters, some of the characters from that are in this, and I just kind of want to read Malibu Rising first and then this one. I might change my mind, but that's what I want to do, but I'm excited. And finally, for this shelf, we've got Kingdom of the Feared, which I am so excited about. No idea how much I'm intrigued. Okay, sorry, battery died. We're back. So, the next shelf, we've got two more, oh my god, two more Taylor Jenkins Reid books. We've got Maybe in Another Life and Malibu Rising. Like I said, I really want to read this one first before I read Carrie Soto's back. So, we will see. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I don't really know how these fit in here. I might move them. Oh, okay, we're going to put that after. That's a later put me one. Then have 3 Tessa Bailey books. There was 4. I finally read one. So glad. We have Hook, Line and Sinker, which is the second book to It Happened One Summer, which was one of my favourite books. So, what is my favourite books? That's a lie. I really enjoyed the book, so I'm really excited to read this one. This follows Piper's sister. And then we have Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey, which I'm intrigued about, which I'm excited about as well. And then we've got My Killer Vacation. This was actually gifted to me. I've lost a piece of paper for who it was gifted from, but this was gifted to me from one I follow on Bookstagram. So yeah, I'm really grateful. I'm intrigued because I've not actually heard anything good about this book, so I'm intrigued to see if I'm gonna like it. But I need to reorganise this shelf a little bit because it's a bit of a mess. And getting these out is a nightmare. How have I got 4 there? Okay. We've got A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy. Still need to get to that one. Oops. The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther. I've heard good things about this book since last summer, and it is now the summer and I am nowhere near reading this. We have Regretting You by Colleen Hoover. I'm intrigued to see what it's like. This is like a mum and daughter story, which I'm really intrigued to see what it's about. And then I have Loathe to Love You, which is 3 novellas by Ali Hazelwood. And I would say when I read Love Hypothesis, I enjoyed it, but it was not my favourite book. I'm pretty sure I lowered the ranking by the end of the year. And then Love on the Brain, I gave a 2-star to. Didn't enjoy it that much, but it was good writing. It was easy read. So I'm intrigued to see what these 3 novellas are like. I'm really burpy. I'm really sorry. That's that one. I need to put these back on the shelf, but we'll do that in a minute because that's really hard to do. I need to stop. I need to get ready. I need to do this because I've got to go into town. Okay. This is going to be kind of awkward, but oh well. Then I've got Abby Jimenez, Part of Your World. I heard so many good things about it, and I saw it in the works for like £3, and I was like, I'm gonna have to buy it. £3. So I got this book, and then I got 2 more Daisy Hates and Magnolia Parks books. I've got The Long Way Home, Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home, and Daisy Hates The Great Undoing. I'm really excited for this one, I'm not gonna lie, because I absolutely loved Magnolia and BJ, so I'm really excited for this one. But I've got to get through Daisy Hates first, so then I have the Happy Ever After playlist by Abby Jimenez. Like I said, listen to the Friend Zone so I can get to this one because this follows Sloane, which is the girl in the Friend Zone's best friend. I can't remember the girl's name in the Friend Zone because I'm so good at remembering, but I'm really intrigued for this one. And then I have X's and O's by Amy Lee. Again, heard so many good things about this. I'm not sure if I need to read Set on You first before I read this, but I'm hoping not because I haven't got that book. But yeah. Then we have a whole series. We've got Addicted for Now by Krista Rebecca Ritchie. It's slightly damaged because of my book cart, but it's okay. We're not going to let that get to me. And then we have, we're going to go in order. Kiss the Sky by Krista and Rebecca Ritchie. There's no point saying the names because everyone knows it. It's Kiss the Sky, Hot House Flower, Thrive, Addicted After All, Fuel the Fire, Long Way Down, and then we have Some Kind of Perfect. And the other thing I need to get now is the Bad Reputation to it, apparently. This is tiny. But I'm excited to get to this series. This is quite a few books and I'm really excited. This side at the bottom is the side I'm pretty sure most of them I'm going to be getting rid of because I'm not really sure about. So we start with this book I got in a blind date book. I don't know. Sunrise on the Coast by Lilac Mills. I am 99% sure I am unhauling this book just because it just doesn't look like something I'm interested in. But who knows, I might change my mind when I reread the back. Then we have The Brush with Love by Maisie Eddings. I can't remember where I found this. I think it was on in the works. Just not sure. So that's another one I'm not even sure about. Oh my. Apparently it doesn't go in anymore. We then have The Good Girl Complex by Elle Kennedy. Probably going to keep this because I did like her, one of the books I've read by her, so. Oh, The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. Not sure why. I shouldn't have turned the fan off. It's now hot again. Turned it off because I was like, oh, it's nice, cool now. 99% Mine by Sally Rooney. Sally Thorne. Don't know if they did a good job. Sally Thorne wrote The Hating Game and I really enjoyed that book. However, I'm just not sure. I read the back of this again the other day and I was like, I'm not sure if this is for me. Is there maybe? Okay, then we have To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. I picked this up when I was trying to get into fantasy and it was there and I was like, you know what, this isn't that bad. It looks cool. And it's like a fantasy romance, so maybe. We then have A Merry Little Meet Cute, which I will be keeping because I'm going to read. This is going to be my reading vlog for Christmas because I do a Christmas reading vlog I did one last year, I'll be doing one this year. So that's for that. Oh, my stomach really hurts. Then we've got The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. Again, first book I've read of hers was When in Rome. Brain fuzzy. When in Rome, and I really enjoyed When in Rome, so I'm really excited for this one. I'm actually going to sort this out. Excuse me. And then we have The Cornish Hideaway. I bought this by Jennifer Bibby. I bought this because my friend actually she works. Oh, I don't know what it's called. Like I should know, but I don't. But she works where she kind of helps with pitching and like having clients who write books. Yeah, she told me about it, and so I bought it to support her. So I'm gonna give that a read. And then turn this around. We're on the final shelf. You'll be happy to know this video is nearly done. We have The Girl Crush by Florence Given. I haven't actually made up my mind if I'm keeping this yet or not. I did get like the black sprayed edges and it's signed as well as far as I'm aware. Yeah, it's like signed at the top here, and I am intrigued to see what it's like. I just don't know. I really should go put that fan on, but I don't want to get up right now, so I'll do it in a minute. And then we have some Lucy Score books, like, I'm going to say some. I mean some. I don't know which ones. 4 Lucy Score books, and 3 of them are thick as anything. So I have Maggie Moves On. I bought this. Oh, this can come off then. Sorry, I love it when I can get these off without having to. Oh, it didn't come off properly. Maggie Moves On by Lucy Score. This is like probably the thinnest book I've got of hers. That it just shocks me that this is a Lucy Score book. Looks cute. And then I've got Things We Hide from the Light, which is the second book from the In a Knock 'Em Out series. So I've read Things We Never Got Over and I really enjoyed it. I've not heard the best things about this one, but I think it's because people didn't want to read Nash's story. I'm quite intrigued by Nash's story, so I'm excited to read this one. I love the cover. I then I have By a Thread, which all my favourite, so my two of my favourite booktubers, Sarah Caroli and Destiny Sidwell, both rated as 5 stars. So I really wanted to read it because I feel like this could be something I really enjoy. And yeah. And then finally I have Forever Never by her as well. I'm intrigued. I want to know why it's so thick, because why does a romance book need to be this long? It's a romance book, like, come on. Okay, we need to put these back now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Shalom. I've got my Friday night dinner phase, so I'm starting to speak like Jim. Shalom. Okay. Then we have Brianna Huang, I don't know how you say her name. Twisted Lies, which is the 4th and final book of the Twisted series. I've read the first 3 and loved them. My favourite one is Twisted Games, followed by Twisted Hate. Just love them so much, and so I'm so excited to finally read this one. Hopefully in the month of August, who knows. And then we've got just went my King of Wrath by Anna Huang. Obviously, I just said that. This is the first book in the I don't know what the series is called, because like it's not the Twisted series, but it's obviously a series. The Kings of Sin, that series. So this is the first book of the Kings of Sin series. There's a 3rd one coming out called King of Greed. I haven't got that one yet because it's not out yet. So I've got King of Wrath, and then King of Pride here, and I'm really excited. I am glad that these are both like the same length, basically the same length books. When with the Twisted series, they get bigger and bigger as the books go on, and it's like, why? Come on. Like, I've got 3 more books and I won't. 4 more books. Let's just get them out. Okay. Then we have one. I've only got one more Laura Masher book in my bookcase cart at the moment until I get any more. But it's really sad because I love Laura Nasher, and it's Throttled by Laura Nasher. The F1. This is like her F1 series. It's the first book of the series, and I need to read it. But at the same point, if I read this one, I'm gonna want the other ones, and so I'm trying to wait until next year. Once I've got a bit more of a dent in this, because there's so many books. I haven't even counted it yet. But yeah, it's the first one in the Dirty Air series. That's what the series is called. And then we've got one that I keep saying I'm going to read and I haven't yet, and that is Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. And then the second one of this is the American Roommate Experiment. I still need to read them, because you know, I'm so good at reading books. No, I am good at reading books. I just keep saying I'm going to read a book and I don't read it. And then the final book I have on my TBR is If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nolan. I actually started reading this for swapping my screen time for my reading. But then, and I literally, even like put my tabs in there, I put 1 tab in, I read like 2 chapters and I was like, I couldn't focus on it, so I put it down. But I do want to get to it at some point, so yeah. I am going to count these books now because there is so many, and then I'll be back. Okay, we've counted them. I mean, I've counted them. I put the fan back on too. I've counted my books, and I'm ashamed in some ways to say this, but not. I have 89 books on my TBR cart, and that is not including the last 3 Harry Potter books and my non-fiction books on the shelf. All the 3 books I've got pre-ordered, so yes. Excuse me. And I think this is kind of a sign to me to not get a Kindle, because I need to get 3 of these books before I start reading other ones. But who knows. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know how many books you've got on your physical TBR, or your TBR altogether. Let me know. And I'll be intrigued to see if you've got more than me. I'm sure that people have got more than me, because I know that if I had space in my room for more, I'd have more. I just don't have space in my room for more books, so that's the reason I'm having to be like strict on myself, and which is why I've had to put myself in a book buying ban. But if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe, and I will see you again very soon with another video.